Bitcoin finished the month of August down 11% as Bitcoin bears caution the crypto could sink to 23,000 this year. Bitcoin, you can see right now, is at just under 26,000. But if you're interested in betting on Bitcoin and buying the crypto, Bitcoin Depot is making the process a whole lot easier and now more accessible. The NASDAQ-listed company just announced it's expanded its BD checkout program to 400 locations in Iowa and Louisiana. The mobile app lets users buy pieces of Bitcoin at retail locations with cash. So founder and CEO Brandon Mintz joins me now in a Fox Business exclusive. So good to have you with me on this ride into the Labor Day weekend. I want to start with this new program. So can you tell me a little bit more about the details of it, Brandon?
Yeah, totally. So our product, BD Checkout, which expanded in those two states, allows users to download our app, place an order for Bitcoin, even as little as $20, get a barcode and scan that barcode at major retailers at the checkout counter, hand over cash and get Bitcoin immediately.
And why Iowa and Louisiana specifically? Are you seeing a lot of growth in those markets when it comes to crypto?
Well, this product is a product that we partnered on with a large payment processor called Income, and it's really just a matter of getting additional retailers within their network to sign on to this product. So we've been able to partner with some major convenience store brands such as Pilot Travel Centers, Quick Trip, and Come and Go, and they have a lot of locations in these states, and they're all very excited to give access to their customers to Bitcoin.
So let's zoom out a bit and talk about Bitcoin more broadly, right? We saw it close yesterday under 26,000. We're kind of hovering around that right now. A lot of folks are saying once it hits that number, that means that we're going down, down, down. What's your perspective for the rest of the year? Are we going to see something more along the lines of what we enjoyed during the summer months, July and August, with those higher prices, or could we be looking at another valley?
Well, I think right now with the lack of trading volume in the market for cryptocurrencies, investors seem to be very focused on what's happening with these spot Bitcoin ETFs at the moment. And the market seems to be fluctuating the past couple of weeks almost solely based on that. So now that the SEC has delayed their decision to approve a spot ETF, I think over the next couple of months, we're going to see a bit more of the same, where investors are kind of sitting and waiting for any news to come out of the SEC before determining to make big bets.
So I'm glad that you brought up those 7 ETFs. As you said, the SEC announced yesterday that they are delaying the decisions on that. Not out of character, right? They like to take their full 240 days when they're evaluating things normally. But what would, more broadly, a Bitcoin ETF mean to the market? We have a lot of folks who I think are curious, crypto curious, if you will, but haven't necessarily gotten in. So what would having something like a Bitcoin ETF approved do for that?
Well, it could really just spur a lot of adoption. In the US, for example, it's been tough to find a safe place to buy cryptocurrency with a lot of exchanges collapsing over the past year and going bankrupt. So it really provides a safe place for not only retail traders, but also institutional investors to place large amounts of capital. So it's really going to drive adoption. It's really going to drive investors getting into the space. And it's also very positive for my company as well. Anything that drives adoption ultimately helps increase the awareness of Bitcoin and therefore Bitcoin ATMs.
Certainly. And, when we think about more widespread adoption, of course, we always come to talking about regulation. And there has been so much focus on this in Congress with everything that happened with FTX and some of those other exchanges. What do you want to see out of potential regulation from Washington?
Well, I think one way to do it is to be able to have a spot ETF, of course, and just have more monitoring of the places where people are holding value in this crypto market. But in terms of the other areas of the industry, and including the segment that we're in, the Bitcoin ATM industry, we really just want to see that all the players are regulated and they're held to higher standards with AML compliance and transaction monitoring and preventing fraud and scams as much as possible.
Yeah, you mentioned monitoring. It makes me think of course, the SBF trial coming up. Real quick, any sort of movement in the market that we'll see from all of that focus being on such an allegedly fraudulent use of cryptocurrency in those exchanges that you expect?
In my own personal opinion, it seems like the FTX news has gone a little stale, and I think investors and movements in the market seem to be more focused on what's to come in the future, especially considering next year a very important event is happening in the Bitcoin world, the Bitcoin halving, where there's a supply shock, and all of a sudden the amount of Bitcoin coming into the market is reduced. So I think that is also going to be something that people are focused on over the next few months, and just understanding that, there will be less Bitcoin in the future.
Yeah, that's a good point to bring up, and certainly something that we're going to be keeping our eye on. Brandon, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck with the new program.